What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Cactuar, and today we're talking about the latest Nintendo Switch Online drop with the 3 Game Boy Advance games, and why I think that's a problem that people are kind of overlooking and sort of hyping up for no reason. Let's get into it. So if you haven't seen it yet, a few days ago, Nintendo announced that they were going to be releasing Super Mario Advance 1 through 3 on the Game Boy Advance, and people seem to be losing their minds over it. If you read the comment section on the video, it's crazy. They're like, oh, I grew up with these games. They're so great. Thank you so much for giving these to us. And I just don't understand the hype because we've had these games for years. I have played through at least 2 of them. I think I made some good progress in the 3rd years ago. So why are we excited about this now? Why are people losing their minds over potentially worse ports? These are, sure, the NES game, probably a better version, but still technically, you know, just a special version. We've had those releases before, the SP versions. Why couldn't it be one of those? They've never done a release before where they did nothing but SP versions, so I don't think that this should be any different than that. There should have been something along with it, or maybe they split them up and release them over time. They've already showed us there are a bunch of other games that are ready to go. Why didn't we get Golden Sun? Why didn't we get Metroid Zero Mission? Why didn't we get anything else that they've shown us is ready, or any of the other things people are clamoring for? There's so many games on the Game Boy Advance that they could have released that would have made this an actual content update, but this feels like it's just a delay. Like they're putting something out there to be like, here you go, please give us $50 a year. And this isn't it. This is not it. It's very cool that Game Boy Advance is on here, but if they're gonna keep putting out recycled garbage, because honestly that's what this is, then why are people paying for this? I don't get it. Super Mario World and Yoshi's Island have been on the Super Nintendo, and the Game Boy Advance has significantly less buttons, so it's just a watered down version of those games. Why are you excited about playing worse versions of those games? Sure, graphically they look different, they had to change some things for the GBA, but again, I think that's why this would be considered an SP version of a game, because it's the same game, just they altered some stuff, and release it like that. Break them up, but release them with games we don't have access to yet. This is the first time Nintendo's done a full patch where it's just games we already have, and I don't think that that's a good thing for us, so I don't understand the hype around it. There is some minor bonus content in there, apparently. I'm not super familiar with the Game Boy Advance versions, but again, bonus content, that's SP territory. We've had that before, we've seen it. Take it over there. That's stuff we should be getting little at a time. It shouldn't be the entire focus of these releases that we're getting. And honestly, like, it kind of feels like we're going in a bad direction because we just got Pokemon Stadium recently. Everybody knows the fiasco with that, where there's only rental Pokemon. They said, hey, there's not going to be any transfer pack. You can't play Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow and transfer these Pokemon over. And it's like, okay, but that's a majority of the game. You can play your Pokemon game inside of Pokemon Stadium, and then you can transfer those Pokemon into the actual Pokemon Stadium and play the game that way. So there are guides online now. It's like, how to beat Pokemon Stadium using only rental Pokemon for the Nintendo Switch. And like, people are having to come up with like special strategies to try to spin this. Let me be very clear. If you have to try and spin anything, that thing is not good. That's how that works. You don't have to spin good stuff. I've got this water bottle here. It's got water in it. I don't have to spin it and be like, well, it could be sewer water. Like, no, it's great. It's fine as it is. I don't have to come up with some reason why it's good. It just is. I don't understand why people are being so hyped up about this. And like, yeah, I know we have those other games coming, and maybe that's why they're hyped, because they know it's in the pipeline, but if you take a look at the number of releases we got in 2021, 2022, in 2023, we really don't know when the next one is coming. So maybe this is them saying, hey, we'll push it off for 6 months. We're not going to say anything else. Or we'll do one right before the holidays. You know, maybe we can get some more subscribers there. But it feels like a content problem that Nintendo is trying to cover up, and people are helping them cover it up. I don't know. I made this video just to rant. I truly don't get it. I sat and thought about it for a long while, whether or not I was going to make this video. But I do think that it's them really selling the service short and hoping that people will buy it anyway. And based on the comments, people are going to buy it anyway. My whole channel is based around consumers being as smart as they can and saving as much money as they can. So I figured I'd go ahead and make the video anyway. That's all I got. Feel free to tell me how wrong I am down in the comments. If you really like these versions of the games, make sure to drop that down as well. Hey, I don't always make negative YouTube videos. I got some cool stuff coming out for Tears of the Kingdom soon. So if you haven't already, make sure to like the video, hit the subscribe button, hit me with that too sweet down in the comments, and I will see you next time.